All right, here we go. Might need to up the audio filter a little bit more. We'll see. Test number 2. All right, for this little one, we're going to go into some crafting. I'm going to get one of my main crafters out and show you some little tips, tricks that I've done with crafting over the years. So I've been gaming on Star Wars: The Old Republic for about 7, 8 years now. I don't even know who's counting. People are calling me. Don't call me. I'll call you. Alright, so this is Sally 250. She's one of my older tunes. I love her outfit the way it is. Took me a long time to grab that outfit. So cheap too. Alright, crafting. This one is a synth weaver. Practically useless unless you like doing augments. You got a couple key crafters that you're going to want. Synth weaving, armor tech, arms tech, biochem. Those are pretty much your main ones. So, and I didn't follow the rules when I was first learning how to craft. So like the synth weaver is like she's got diplomacy, which you shouldn't have on that one because none of your components that you make will be usable if you do that. So I want to say you want slicing and scavenging on this tune. All right. So now, but with the synth weaver, you can craft the higher level augments, which you want. You can see one there. It's good stats: 144 endurance, 144 power, 108 crit rating. So, and as you can see, like you need a lot of mats to be able to craft nowadays. So you can see I have the collection of numbers over here, and then over here is how many mats it takes to make that particular piece. So this one here, 5 legendary embers, 3 synth bonded cloths, 5 lustrous synth bonded attachments, and I hate making these because they take so long. Solid resource matrix and process isotope stabilizers. So you need all of that to do one of those. And half of them you have to use like components. So basically you start off with, your bread and butter green components, and then you're able to make blue components using that one. And then finally you can make this artifact ones using a whole bunch more mats to make this one, to make these syntax bonded cloths and lustrous synth bonded attachments, just so you can make one silly little augment. Like you need 5 of those and 3 of those to make that. Which, so you have to constantly keep farming for mats and gearing stuff up. So now the easiest way to get yourself from 0 to max level crafting is just to start crafting a whole bunch of these initial ones. Like I think this one is one of the very first ones. Notice it doesn't take very much materials, and you're probably, if you have credits, it's easier just to buy them than it is to scavenge for them. So you've got, your grade 1 crafting material here, which you buy from a vendor. So it's always a good idea to, keep those on hand, and a lot of them. And then you've got your base materials to craft those. And then you go up another level. Now, this one is maxed up high level, so you won't really necessarily see that unless I go into one that I'm still trying to get to max crafting level. But anyway, the point is it takes a lot of time and material to get through the crafting stuff. So I'm just going to craft a couple of these here. So I want to keep some, since I'm one of our guild crafters, so like I always try to keep as much stuff stockpile on hand. And so I'll craft a few little pieces that are essential that I want, and then I always go back in and start crafting up a whole bunch of these other prerequisite type things that we have to craft, which is super annoying because you have to keep up on par with these. And you can only have, I think it's 9 of your people crafting at once. And that also means you can't get any new materials. You can't send your guys out for materials. So I'm just going to send my guy out for one slicing mission. And as you can see, I'm at my max level. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so 8 people you can go through. All right, so now at a max level, this one's 50. Lana's at a 50 level. She's going to craft a lot faster. So she's got 9 minutes to finish that fairly complex piece. Versus, you know, if you're just crafting a smaller piece, it's not going to take very long. So we'll have lots of build up for these guys pretty quick. So, but if you go down and see some of the lower levels, like they're not going to do stuff really fast. You got like a minute per. And then up here, this guy's 35 and he's doing them in under a minute, about 40 seconds. So anyway, we'll wait for those to cook and then we'll go take a look at another toon. Now, oftentimes I'll just come on the game and just craft. I'll set up my crafting guys, let them do their thing, send guys out on missions. Let's see. Who does not have stuff? So many choices, so many Sals to go with. I'll just go on Celicia because I know she has some stuff that she needs to get up to higher level with crafting. And I would totally recommend having like a couple main crafters and then everybody else just getting mats for you. So much easier. And it's great if you have a lot of toons. If you don't have a lot of toons, then you're going to have to learn how to farm. And farming sucks. It's very time consuming. So looks like I got her up to max level armor tech, which all I did was do all of the assembly components. And as you can see here, like in this one, means it's not fully maxed out, you've got green and yellow and orange. And the orange ones, if you craft a whole bunch of those, it's going to bump up your level here very quickly. So when you're starting off from 0, just start with the very basic, you know, level 1 stuff and just make a whole bunch of it until you can't make any more, until it stops holding green, and then bump it up. Just go back to the vendor and buy new recipes. So it's a lot easier now because you don't have to pay for the recipes. So now, in getting these up, like all I'm doing is just running them through missions. That's all you can do. Just keep plugging away those missions. And then eventually, once you hit 600, then you have to go buy like a 500k piece for this. So there we go. We're maxed out on that one. And it's going to take a while. So just cruise out of that one. It's not really a good toon to show you how to craft on. I gotta find one that needs one. So now a lot of my toons now, I'll just have them as a bio. That way I can eventually use the unlimited stims and adrenals and med packs. That's super useful because you'll get super bored of having to craft for adrenals and stuff. Let's see what this toon has on it. Oh, there we go. So like we're 466 out of 600. So, and all I have is this. See, I got a little green, but I need more stim plugs. So we're just going to fly on down through the fleet. Actually, I'm already here. Awesome. And so here's the section of the fleet that you want to be on. So basically right in this section is going to be where all your crew skills are. And you've got your little vendor. Apparently I need more stim plugs. Stim plugs. 900 credits, that's crazy. Robbery. So I typically buy stacks of like 500 of these. So here's a unique tip. If you're sucking on creating stuff like this, and I have lots of cash on this toon, 21 mil, so typically once I go in here, I'll just buy up a whole bunch of stuff. So I'll buy like 1,000 of these. Got enough cash to cover it. This is the medium level mats, but these are like the precursors. You have to have these in order to craft anything. And you can't get them anywhere else. They're a valuable material to have, so I just buy lots of them. That way you don't have to do this very often. And then it's shift, and then punch in the number for splitting stacks, and you buy a lot of them. It's a quick tip for you newbies that don't know how to do that. I remember discovering that tip and it was like, oh my god, this is so much easier than having to try to click through all of these. So just buy like 500 of each of these. You can buy 1,000 or whatever you want. It's inconsequential. I just don't want to have to do this all the dang time. Another quick tip on this one is if you have a legacy droid that you've maxed out, like if you go into your legacy, you can max out your field repair droid and get them to the max level, and they will give you stuff. So you can just buy that one, 200,000, easy. And then you go into your abilities and you go to legacy and you deploy a field repair droid. And she sells you the same stuff that you get off of the fleet. It's amazing. Especially have that on every one of your crafters. It's essential. All right, so let's see. We've got... Okay, so we've got enough things to do all the greens of these. So we're just going to plunk all of those down and just craft a whole bunch of them. And see how much materials, like sometimes it's worth buying them off the GTN if you want to get a toon leveled up really, really quickly. Perfection is my goal. I haven't seen that droid do anything perfect yet. And then we go over to our crafting trainer. So, and you can see you can buy a whole bunch of adrenals and stuff, but if you're not max level, it's not worth buying that stuff yet. Buy cell grafts and just keep making them. See how I got 4? Oh, but see, I need nerve splicers there. And then once you hit 600, then you have to come buy this $250 expansion, basically. So if I didn't have use my legacy droid already, I would just use her, but go all the way back here. Nerve splicer. Wish there was a way I could just buy like 1,000 of everything here. One shot, boom. All right, now here's a new feature that I absolutely love is the materials section. Just basically open that up and you can drop all of these materials right in there. Boom, goodbye. And I like to keep the ones out that I'm using. That way I see how many there are. So don't throw those away. Look at that PvP stuff. I'm just going to disassemble some things real quick. Take these out of my bag. So, and we'll just wait for a couple of them to finish and you'll see how fast this process is for leveling up a toon crafting wise. 20 seconds. See, and they're quick to make too. I mean, like this is a level 19, so it's going to take a while. I should bump up Shay to level 50, but like, you know, she's a PvP toon, so I don't really care what level Shay or any of my companions are. They'll gradually get better. If I feel like it, I'll go to the companion vendor and spend some credits and figure them out. Oh, look at that, 467. So by the end, we should be close to that 600 mark. And I'm just going to go park this toon over there. That way I can buy the max level once it cops. And then we just have a little bit more crafting to do. So that's really how you get up to max level in crafting. And it's pretty easy. All right, let's go back to our main. And we'll see what she's done. She's probably made some augments. Now right now in the game, you can make it so that your toons will craft at a higher ability level based upon what are they called? They're augments. So you've got these little things in your armor, right in here. And it's always these two. The top one, like you're on your piece of armor, and then your mod. And you want to get 10 critical for whatever you're getting. So, and I like having a couple resourcefuls because if you're going out scavenging or whatnot, you want to have those. I think this is going away in the next patch though, so it's probably pretty useful. They're probably pretty useless, but, and you'll notice I have a separate gear set for, like this is my main tank. So I have a separate gear set that I just throw on. And then this is my crafting set. Because initially I was going to use this as a DPS, but anyway, yeah, that didn't happen. Sal sucks as a DPS. But look at this. You know, I crit crafted at least 2 of those. Maybe 3. So, yeah, so we made 2 off of 1 level match, which is really nice. So now I'm just going to send the ones that are done out on some scavenging missions. We'll get some stuff. Go. And then we'll throw this into the legacy bank. I don't want to haul all this stuff around. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. So as you can see, I got my little guild bank set up with a lot of high-powered augments. Some random stuff in there too. Throw these extras over here. And then we just take our materials, throw them in there, and then we're ready to go crafting again. So hopefully you learned a little bit about crafting in SWTOR. I'm sure there's some things I left out, but those are probably the most essentials right now. So stage 1, get a toon up to 50, and then have her start doing those assembly components. That is the quickest and easiest thing for you to do. Bonded attachments. Get those up to max level and you're good to go. And a lot of times you can find stuff on the GTN for pretty affordable prices. Let's just say, what are we running low on here? We're pretty good there. Let's see about making attachments. Ooh, artifact luster, bond art crystal. Alright, sort it by price. Oh, look at that. There's one. So shift click, get the one I want. Look at the price. It's crazy. Crazy high. Sometimes you just got to go around and search for the best deal, depending on what you want. 100 for 2 mil. Pricey. Ooh, there's one. 45. Sold. So, this is also a good way to make credits, though. If you have a lot of toons and you don't want to spend time crafting, go make some money. Look at that guy. He's like a million 5 credits richer. Alright, so that's the end of this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave me some comments below, and I will talk with you soon. Ciao.